Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, first of all, I'll just say that I'm a little bit sick right now, so if my voice sounds a bit weird, then that is why. I do apologise. I'll try and keep the coughing my lungs out to a minimum, but anyway, we've got a good video for you today. Now, we're in the Ford GT at Mid-Ohio, and the race before this was a GT race at Yas Marina, and it was an alright race. I think I will upload it to the channel at some point in the near future. But I felt like I was just getting bullied by the other drivers. I kept getting like shoved out of the way, and the red mist descended, and it made me a bit angry. And this was the very next race, and as you'll see, I just decided to get my elbows out a bit in this race. You know, nothing dirty, but just not letting people bully me out of the way. And as you'll see, it seems to work quite well. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so straight away here, not a particularly good start. The Audi spawns out of nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere, so I have to kind of squirrel out of the way, which loses me a lot of time. But nonetheless, we will catch up with the pack in no time, I'm sure. Now, as you'll see here, if you don't already know, there's a bit of a glitch at Mid-Ohio where the track limits on that first corner aren't where they should be. They don't go round that curb. They actually go onto the inside in the pit exit. So you can cut right across that corner. And usually I find those kind of things that I'll tend not to do them because it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit kind of dirty to do stuff like that. But to be honest, at this kind of level, if you don't do stuff like that, everyone else does it, so you'll lose so much time, you may as well. So yeah, if you didn't know about that, you can kind of cut that corner. Now anyway, getting back into the race, up to 14th already, so not a bad start. We've caught the pack very quickly as I expected. Got this Ferrari next to us. Now, the Ferrari is an interesting car because it's really quick down the straights, but not very quick in the corners at all, which is kind of the opposite of the Ford that I'm in. This car is really quick in the corners, it's really planted, but really not good down the straights. That's its main weakness. So we'll see how we do against the Ferrari. We should be able to overtake him in the corners, but as we're seeing so far, I haven't been able to make anything happen. And you'll see very quickly I get a bit annoyed because I'm aware that he's holding me up. You see there, just stops for no reason basically. And then a car on the right, I think it's BMW, has a look up the inside but gets shoved past. That was a Porsche actually, not a BMW. But yeah, just a bit annoying because at this point in the race I really don't want to be held up by a slower car. I want to get past the slower cars as quick as possible so as not to get dropped by the leading pack. So you'll see already just through that braking zone I've caught the Ferrari massively, and I'm now right on his tail. A little bit of contact there, nothing too bad though, no damage done. And luckily we've still got a huge pack of cars in front of us, so all I need to do now is get past this Ferrari, which is proving harder than it perhaps should be. You can see here, I see kind of opening for a move, and I just go for it. I've had enough of being stuck behind him. So there you go, there's kind of the first example of me getting my elbows out a bit. Whereas previously maybe I wouldn't have gone for that move. Just there, I do go for it because I've had enough. And then he's trying to fight it around the outside here, but it's not going to happen, not in that Ferrari. I can quite easily stick to the inside of that corner and get away from him there. So now using those broken track limits to catch up on this gaggle of cars up here, we've got a black Corvette and a KTM in front of us. Corvette going on the grass there. I'm just going to send it up the inside there. He brakes pretty early. Stick to the inside of the corner, and there's an easy move made. So a BMW going wide there on the left, so that's a nice free place. Or I don't know if it is a BMW, but whatever it is, free position. And then get round the outside of the KTM there, which is a very nice move. That KTM is not bad in the corners either, so I'm happy with that. And we've got yet another Ferrari in front of us. This guy not seeming to be as slow perhaps as the other guy through the corners. Then we've got the KTM behind us who's desperate to get past, bump drafting us pretty hard. And then the Ferrari there diving into the pits on lap 3. Now, this race was a bit weird. I think it glitched out a bit, and there wasn't really any like loading time before the race. It just put us straight onto the grid. So I think perhaps he was on qualifying trim, so in soft tyres still. So I think that's probably why he had to pit on lap 3 there. Anyway, a Corvette there going wide, so that's a nice easy position. And we are behind Lucas here in his nice green Porsche, as well as another gaggle of cars up ahead. So we've got some victims to deal with. Now Lucas, he looked as if maybe he didn't mean to go into the pits then. He decided at the last minute because he got a bit wide on the exit of that corner. But nonetheless, that's a free position, so nice and easy. Now you'll see there, I have a bit of lag, and the way for some reason that the lag works in this game is if you lag, it's as if your car just stops whilst you're lagging, and so you can actually lose quite a lot of time. I think I lost probably half a second there just from that tiny little lag spike, which is really quite annoying. But anyway, we are still close behind these guys, so it didn't really cost us too much time in the long run, but still a bit annoying. And then here, the Corvette leaves a gap on the left hand side of the track there, and I'm just going to put my car in the gap and get past him. And we get a bit caught up with each other on our bumpers there, but luckily I managed to keep it under control. And he looks for a move on the inside of that corner, and I kind of cut him off a bit, so I felt a little bit bad, and so I kind of backed off then and let him take the position again. And you see there another lag spike. But yeah, I let him take the position because I knew that I'd probably get it back in a couple of corners time. I just didn't, I felt a bit bad that I maybe kind of pushed him off the inside of the track there. Now what I'm aware of here is the Corvette's got past the Porsche, and I do not want to get stuck behind this Porsche and allow the Corvette to get away. So you'll see through these next 3 corners I'm going to be really aggressive with the Porsche. Look for a move on the outside there. It looks like it's going to happen, but I back out at the last second of this move because I pretty much knew he'd cut across me, which inevitably he did. So it's a good thing I did back out of that move there. But nonetheless, we will keep looking for a move. The Porsche is alright in this game. It's kind of average, but it's nothing special. It's not really quick in any particular aspect, so I kind of know that I'm going to be quicker than him. So I am definitely looking for a move in the near future. And then here we're on lap 6, and I'm going to go and pit, and unfortunately so does he, and I just misjudged that completely. I didn't expect him to pit there, and we get caught up on each other, so that is my fault entirely. I'll take the blame for that one. So both of us getting slowed down a bit then going into the pit lane. But speeding up, skipping all the pit procedure, coming out in 9th place and now 10th as that Corvette goes back past us. But we are on brand new rubber, so I know that I'm going to be slightly quicker than this Corvette, and I'm going to look for a move straight away. I get a better exit than him, but I actually have to get on the brakes to stop going to the back of him on the exit of that corner. So I'm not going to be able to overtake him on this straight. And we've got a Lamborghini here who's going pretty slowly. And as you see, this Corvette kind of misjudges this corner and just goes into the back of the Lamborghini there, and that allows me to get past that Corvette nice and easily. And then whether this Lamborghini's on old tyres or whatever, I mean the Lamborghini itself is not a particularly quick car, but he's not very quick. And again, I'm very aware I do not want him to hold me up and and get dropped back from those two Porsches up ahead. So I'm going to look for a move before the next lap here. And he goes a little bit wide there, and I'm going to possibly look for a move and then just cut back really nicely there. He goes wide and I cut under him, and that is a nice easy overtake. He has a little look up the inside, but not going to happen. Now we've got our friend Lucas in front of us again with a 2.3 second penalty, so even if I don't manage to overtake him, there is the penalty to think about. But as you'll see in this corner, I absolutely do him one, just like it's nothing. Go around him on the outside, easiest overtake I've ever done. So there you go, have that, Lucas. And now we're back up to Le Design in his Porsche, and again I'm looking for a move here. My car is slightly quicker than the Porsche in a straight line. I'm right on his tail, and I'm going to look for a move up the inside, but actually back out at the last minute. But that puts him offline, and he gets two wheels on the grass there and spins wide, so there's another position. Now unfortunately, as you see in the top left, the 5th place is 6.8 seconds ahead then, and it takes me until the last lap, or now on lap 11, to catch up with this pack. And you know, I've caught up with them, and I think that's 3 laps, so I'm considerably quicker than these guys. I know I am, but unfortunately I just catch them slightly too late, and I don't have an opportunity to overtake. I think if there'd been one more lap, I think I would have got at least one position, probably 2 or 3, I reckon. So yeah, really unfortunate there, but nonetheless that was a really good race. 6th place in the end from the back of the pack, and yeah, I just thought I was happy with this race because, you know, I didn't allow myself to get bullied by the other drivers, which, you know, I often do because I try to race cleanly, and I like racing cleanly in this game. But sometimes trying to race cleanly can allow you just to get, you know, bullied and pushed out of the way by other drivers who don't care so much. And sometimes that can get a bit annoying. So you see they're up 16 places, and actually if you look at my best lap, the only person who lapped quicker than me was the leader, the guy who won. Everyone else was lapping considerably slower than me, so that shows how quick I was pushing in that race. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are enjoying all my other videos. I'm really appreciating all the feedback, as always. I genuinely really do appreciate the likes and the subscriptions, so yeah, please do leave a like if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again in a video soon.